All right, it is time to take a look at Trinity Stamps' brand new release for March 2025. We are going to start with our brand new stamp sets. Everything I'm showing you today is having a theme of get well or sympathy, doctors, nurses, and there is a ton of cute things in here. The first set we're going to take a look at is a 4x3 stamp set, a set of 2 called Nurse Appreciation. This set has 2 different sentiments in it that you stamp separately from each other. And it says, nurses like you are precious and few. I love the stethoscope as the U, and then a big thank you for all that you do. Isn't that fun? And I love how you can customize the sentiment by coloring in those letters. There is a coordinating die set, so you can die cut out both of the 2 sentiments in this set separately. You can then use them one on the outside of the card, one on the inside of the card, however you like to do it. But the coordinating die set is really nice to have bubble cuts around both of these. Now, if you need a card for a nurse on an occasion, this is a great set to have because it's a smaller set, which means it's at a smaller price point, but you have it for those times you need it. And the sub-sentiment, a big thank you for all that you do, can be used anytime on any card, right? Love it. And if you make cards to sell at like craft fairs and things, this would be a good one that I bet people would love to buy cards for. Okay, so here's a card I made with the set. You can see how I colored the letters and added it to some pattern paper. Okay, let's move on. We have a little bit bigger set that is Healing Wishes. So this has a lot of different sentiments. They have comfort and rest. I heard you were under the weather. Get better soon, sunshine. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Get well. Feel better soon. Healing hugs. Take care of yourself. Caught a bug. And sorry you feel like... That's my favorite one. There is a coordinating die set, and it is going to cut out every single piece in this stamp set. So that is so nice that you can bubble cut each of these out. They are really cute little images with a little mix of different fonts. And I think that is so much fun to have those different fonts. And then these are things that you can use, you know, throughout the year on different kinds of cards. Comfort and rest. That one's really sweet and could go for a lot of different occasions, you know, like healing from surgery or something. So yeah, I love this set. And I have a few cards throughout today's video that I will share with you using this, and I'll point that out as we come to them. And I just thought you'd want to see what they look like all stamped out. I think I've used the other one, so you'll see that on a card. Oh, here it is. Found it. It's a little pile of sentiments. Nope, just kidding. Nope, we got this though. We got that. Wishing you a speedy recovery. I used on one of the cards I'll share with you. So here we have Healing Wishes. This is a 4x6 stamp set and coordinating die. All right, so let's move on. Like I said, I'll show you cards for this as we go. Next, we have our Indispensable 4x6 set. Look at the cute little images we have here. We've got a medicine bottle, a pill bottle, a piece you can put over that. You've got little vitamins or pills here, a spoon that can go with this medicine bottle. Oh, I wish I would have used that on the card I made. I forgot about it. And then we've got little sad face and happy face you can add to those. A band-aid. This is so cute. And then you've got your sentiments. You are indispensable. Sending healing hugs. Doctor's orders. Pill better soon. Sorry about your boo-boo. You have a heart in there too, and then RX. You've got lids for your bottles there, and then of course the coordinating die set, which let's pull this out because look how many dies are in there. Oh my goodness, a die for all of the things, all of them. So that is really nice to have. Okay, so this set is super duper cute. You have to see this already stamped out. So here's the card I made. You can see the pill bottle here. I did some 1-layer stamping, so I stamped these right on the card, and then I masked them and did the stenciling over the top, and then added these lids here. where I stamped and die cut them out. So yeah, I added the arms and the legs and the faces, and I think it's just so much fun. Another new embellishment. I'll show you those at the end. And then the sentiment is also from this set. So there's the cute card for that one. I think this set is like a little bit of a surprise. Like, you look at it and you think it's not much, but it's just really cute. I think I had a lot of fun making this card. Okay, so let's move on. You're gonna love this one. This is Cozy Bear MD. Now, we have a lot of cozy bears in different fun situations. So we have one that is a candy shop. We have one that's on the front porch. We have one that's in a boat. We have one that's in a recliner. Like, there's a bunch of cozy bears. So make sure you go and check that out. Just search Cozy Bear on the Trinity stamp site and you'll see what I mean. So this one is the doctor, and then we have our patient. You've got an exam table, the exam room curtain, some charts and diplomas you can hang on the wall. You can do a shot, the temperature, a blood pressure, check your eyes and ears. We've got some casts for either foot or his arm. The doctor can wear a face mask. We've got a couple hearts, and then our sentiments. Thanks to you, I'm on the mend. Thank you for your healing hands and your kind heart. Thank you for caring for me. You're a real lifesaver. To the world, you're a doctor. To your patients, you're a hero. And if you're wondering, yes, of course, we have our coordinating dies to go with, so you can die cut out all the things, which I love. Bubble cut sentiments, thumbs up. All right, so let's take a look at a card I made with this. I made a very simple scene. We also have our room builder die set that you could use with this that die cuts the floor. That's at a perspective where things kind of get smaller as they go back. Has baseboards, windows. It's very cool. It would go great with this as well. So here I have my doctor and my patient. You can see the cast on the arm. I used the exam table and the exam room curtain. And then I pulled out the Cozy Bear Sweet Shop and added a little sucker, because I feel if you broke your arm, you had to get a cast. It's okay to have a sucker from the doctor, right? They used to do that. I don't know if they still do. So there's Cozy Bear MD. I added thank you for caring for me at the bottom, a sentiment from the set. So I am super anxious to hear what you guys think of our new Cozy Bear set. I think it's darling. Okay, you know, if we're doing a release, we probably are going to have a new Simply Sentimental. This is Simply Sentimental Sympathy. You can see we've got our larger words here that say sympathy, and then also I'm sorry, and they're in different fonts, so you can add to your card a sentiment that matches the style of your card. And then we've got our sub sentiment. So we've got condolences, no words, just hugs. Love that one. A note of, so very sorry, thinking of you, sending, deepest, with our sincere, for your loss, heartfelt, my, with, during this difficult time. So those are all going to go with your sympathy, your I'm sorry, with sympathy, and allow you to create sentiments to fit your occasion, your card. And then we have to talk about the coordinating die set. So this, if you're not familiar, is a completely standalone die set, as well as a coordinating die set. So this is going to stamp or cut out your stamped sentiment like so. This is stamped and die cut out. This is also going to be the shadow layer. If you want to die cut out the word and stick it on there, you can do that. So you have options. So here you can see, let's pull this into frame, the stamped sentiment versus the die cut sentiment. So it's great to have both, but you could do one or the other if you wanted. You could have just the die set, which is really cool. But then you've got the, you know, supporting sentiments in the stamp set. So I like having both. I love having options. So Simply Sentimental Sympathy. Let's take a look at some cards with this set. Here is a stamped version. So the sympathy is stamped and die cut out. And the sub-sentiment says, no words, just hugs. And then we have our die cut version. Sympathy, die cut out and added to the shadow layer, and it says a note of sympathy. Let's bring these into frame so you can see them together side by side, the difference between the stamped and the die cut version. Just, you know, depends on what you're doing for that particular card. Yeah. So loving that set. Okay, let's move on to our standalone dies. I can't wait to show you this one, the tiny bandage die set. It's the cutest. So cute. So you've got your large bandage piece, the centerpiece, and you can layer a little, like, you know, gauze pad underneath, and then a couple of hearts to dress it up, which is so sweet. So let's take a look at the Band-Aid and it on a card. So we've got our Band-Aid here, and you can see the layer there in the center. And then the wishing you a speedy recovery is from those Healing Wishes stamp set and die set. I did use that. So you can see I incorporated it here on this card, and just adding that Band-Aid, it is so sweet and so cute. And the heart here I just colored so it was kind of an ombre look, and I love this set. I think you could use this in so many ways. It also would be great in a scrapbook. And also there's so many Band-Aids out there now that are customized. They're cute, they have characters, so you could really have a lot of fun with this and, you know, make it themed even, and I think that would really brighten someone's day. So there's tiny bandage die set. So cute. Okay, here's one that is a standalone die set but has a supporting stamp set. This is the Super, isn't that cute, stamp set. So it's got the word Super birthday, it's got a little chicken, a heart, thinking, I think you're super. Hope you have a super birthday. I hope you feel better soon. And it goes with our soup can shape card. This is so cool. So it's going to create a card base that is A2 size that is shaped like a can. And then you can use all these dies in here to create the look of a soup can. So let's just bring one in that's already done, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So you've got your different sections here that you can use to layer up. You can also die cut out the word super or stamp it right on there, up to you. And then you've got your circles here. You can put the chicken on there. And then I did hope you feel better. And it says, hello, super friend. Now this word hello and the word friend are from the Simply Sentimental Hello stamp set. And then, sorry you feel like poo. Isn't that cute? Now I wanted to point out the spoon here because I didn't actually use the spoon, but here's a spoon, and this little piece right here, you can add to the spoon to give it a little bit of dimension. So layer those two up, and then this wonky looking piece is actually what you're going to fill the spoon with. That's going to be like your soup, right? So you could put a little tomato in there or a little chicken noodle, whatever you like. And then there's some other dies in here that I'm sure you're noticing right about now that are going to allow you to turn this into something else besides a soup can. So we've given you some options with this one. Let me show you the other option. Isn't that cute? It is a little prescription bottle. So you can create a lid with this die here. And then you've got your different little shapes here. So you can create some medication. And then I did our Healing Wishes. No, this is the Indispensable. I did the Indispensable stamp set on here. That's where the RX came from. And your Indispensable. And oh, I had to tape this shut because I was taking pictures and it was popping open. Pill Better Soon, that's also from Indispensable, as well as the little pills here that match what I put on the outside of the card. And then you can see our little clay bits in there. Yes, our new embellishments. Stay tuned to the end. I'm going to be sharing these embellishments with you in just a minute, but we have a couple more die sets to look at, so we're going to do that next. Okay, let's move these out of the way and bring in a new add-on die set. This is the Alphabet Soup die set. This is an add-on for our circle shape die set. You know it. It's this one right here, and it creates a circle shape card, but also creates a donut. So this comes with the stuff to make a donut. We have lots of other dies you can add on to this and create some really fun shape cards. And now you can turn it into a bowl of soup. So you've got your circles here that are going to create the edge of the bowl. This one that can create the soup part. And then you can add in some peas and carrots, parsley, noodles, chicken, or whatever you want it to be, potatoes. And then we've got a die here to create an alphabet, so you can make alphabet soup. That's what sold me on this set. You've got your spoon with a layer, so you can put soup in it, or just, create a dimensional look. And then you even have a fork, so, fill it with pasta and meatballs. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so let's take a look at this card. I made mine a shaker. So I just die cut these two together so I could get this nice embossed edge of the bowl and then put a soup color behind it. So I made chicken noodle soup with vegetables, with alphabet noodles. So alphabet, what is it? Alphabet soup, but with chicken? Yeah. So you can see my little chicken pieces there. And then I did die cut some peas and carrots, but then you also see those little moving pieces are peas and carrots. It's a new embellishment. I added a couple here to the spoon, and I just put the alphabet randomly in the background, but then on the spoon, because you always try to make a word when you're collecting your little alphabets. So I put love you there, and I just used a white circle on the inside so you'd have a nice little spot to write there. Added parsley for an embellishment, and feel better soon is one of the healing words stamps. So I added that to the top there. Isn't that fun? And there's so many other things you could put in a bowl. Maybe some cereal. Wouldn't that be cute? Yeah, I'm going to show you an option so you can easily turn this into a bowl of soup as well. So there is our alphabet soup die set. I think this is so much fun. This would really brighten someone's day if they were sick, especially if you gave them some soup with it. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, let's move on. We have another add-on die set. Oh my word, this also goes with our circle shaped card. This is the basic emoji builder die set. You can see we've got all kinds of dies in here so that you can make different emoji faces. I shared them in our sneak peek video, so I'm going to show you each of the faces that you can create with this die set right now. Then we have our sick and tired emoji builder die set. So this is going to allow you to create a bunch of emojis that are not feeling very well and allow you to use some of our get well type messages on the inside and really brighten someone's day. So let's take a look at all of the different faces you can create with this set right here.
She's chewing on her bone now.
I just wanted to point out something about the packaging. If you flip your die sets over, you're going to see some helpful images so you know which dies you need to use to create which face, especially when it comes to the sick and tired set. It's going to show you in gray the pieces you need from the original emoji builder set and in teal the ones you need from the sick and tired set. So I hope that tip is very helpful to you. Okay, now that you have seen all of those, let's take a look at some samples. Here is one I made combining both of those sets. So this mouth is from the sick emoji. The heart is from the basic emoji, and I just put them together to create an emoji that I like to use a lot, especially when I'm leaving a comment on Instagram on somebody's super cute card or paper craft. I like to leave this one. So this is really easy to do. You could use this set a lot with kids. They would have a lot of fun with this. And I loved this one if you want to take a little bit more time and detail and create this guy with the thermometer. I think that's a really fun one to add this sentiment to, because it includes another emoji, right? Okay, let's take a look at our new embellishments. Look at here, our peas and carrots. You can see how these go perfectly with the can of soup or the bowl of soup. Love. And if you want to create something different in our alphabet soup die and make some cereal, you could totally do that with these fun loops. You know what cereal I'm talking about, right? Okay, and then we've got these cute little band-aids, all clay, and there's different sizes in here. So you can make a shaker with these. You can add them as embellishments to your cards. Very cute. And then we have our happy little pills here. Look at them with their little faces, different colors and different sizes. This is what I used for my shaker, and I think that this is a great collection of embellishments for this release, right? So much fun. So I know that you'll like to add these if you purchase some of our products from the March 2025 release. One more embellishment to tell you about. I could not leave this one out that is also great for creating like a little cereal vibe in the alphabet soup bowl. Yeah, isn't that so much fun? I know you guys are going to want to make some cereal cards now, right? Yeah, I had to include that with the embellishments. I know you'd love it. Okay, now it is time for a little bit of inspiration from our design team. So here's some more cards made with this release to give you some inspiration, spark some new ideas, and really just show these projects off. You'll probably see some of these creations in upcoming videos, even maybe our release day hop, which is today. If you have not had a chance to check that out, the playlist for the video hop is in the description box below. It's a link. You'll see all the videos in that one link. Then you can head over to our Instagram page and check out all kinds of cool cards and creations with this release. So leave some comments and let the designers know what you think, because we love to hear from you and we can't wait to see your new favorites. So that completes today's video for the March 2025 release. I think that this is a special release. It really fills in some gaps in maybe your stamp collection, your die collection, that's going to allow you to create things that are really going to bring a smile to a person who doesn't feel well, somebody who's had surgery, somebody who's experienced a loss, somebody who works hard in the medical field and needs some recognition, maybe somebody that's really meant something to you. So what a great collection of products. Now, if you love these and would like to see more, stay tuned. Later today, March 27th, 2025, we're going to be going live and I'm going to be sharing another card with you made with this collection that is not seen here. So stay tuned for that, and we'll just have fun together talking about this new release, and you can tell me some of your favorites, and I will see you all then. Are you still here? Are you still watching? If you're wondering what to do next, this release is live right now in the Trinity Stamps shop. So you can head over there and shop for your brand new favorites. We'll see you again soon on another video. Happy stamping. Bye.